Welcome to Straight Out of Savannah, Talking with Tammi, a podcast that showcases people you may not know who are choosing to use their gifts to inspire and move the planet.
Thank you so much for joining us on Straight Out of Savannah. I am super excited to be here with my guest, Jaquila Peabody, and she's going to share exactly who she is and what it is that she does. Jaquila, take it away.
Hi, I'm Jaquila, owner of a natural hair and weave salon here in Columbus, Georgia, called Sonique Styles. We had our grand opening April 2023. I offer services that make you smile, make you feel good. Business has been flowing and growing.
That is so awesome. So what made you decide to be a natural hair and weave specialist?
Well, I kind of found love for doing hair when I was I'm 22 now, but when I was 14, I found love for hair. I used to play in my family's hair, my grandmother's a lot, and friends. And once I got into like the 10th grade, I had friends calling me, hey, can you do my hair for school next week? So it just kind of fell onto me. And ever since then, I've been wanting to know more and more and do more. So I actually love what I do.
Okay, so was having and this is your own shop, right?
Yes,
So
correct.
having your own shop, was that a part of your vision, or did that come later?
It was a part of my vision. I remember actually seeing this way before it happened. I didn't know when it would happen, but it did.
Oh wow, okay. So now that brings me to another point. So so do you operate in the gift of clairvoyance typically?
No, ma'am.
Okay, because that's what you did. You saw it, and then you visualized it, and then you got it, right?
Right.
So actually, oh my God. So you stepped into the law of attraction and didn't even realize it, right?
Right. With the love for hair.
Oh my God. And see, that's so amazing, because that is one of the things that's one of the things I'm teaching on now, is like really stepping into your love. When you love something and realizing that love will bring it to you. And so that is amazing just to hear that from you. So what was I know your family was super proud of you.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
When you got the shop, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It was amazing to me the most. I mean, I appreciated everyone else's love, but it was amazing for me.
I was gonna ask that. So share with me, kind of like walk me through when you actually finally culminated in getting that shop. Like what was it like for you when you got the keys, and you walked in the door? Share that
Right.
with us.
Okay, so first off, it was for my birthday. I was going to do something special for myself. I had been working from home over a year, and I had space, but not enough space, I felt like. So, um, finding the salon to move into, I noticed I had much more space. I could add more into my area. It would be more welcoming. So when I got those keys and it was official, I was it was it was priceless, honestly.
Yeah.
I got in there and I went straight into decorating. Everything matches my name, my theme, and having my first few clients in there, it was, like I said, it was priceless.
I can just imagine. I'm sitting here visualizing your face right now. Just actually, like, you probably were like the sunshine, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am. That's actually where the Sonique, the SUN is for sunshine, and the Neek is for my name, Unique, my middle name. So
Okay.
that's sunshine, Unique, Sonique. Yes.
Hey, that's awesome. Okay, that is so powerful. That is
Yes,
so
ma'am.
powerful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So do you specialize in a certain type of clientele, or do you specialize in older women, young girls, children, what, anything like that?
Anything, honestly. With younger children, it probably wouldn't be any of the weave services I offer. I do like the wigs because they're popping now. Quick weaves, as well as locks and styles. So with the locks, a lot of children do have locks, so I'll do those for children. But everything else, any age group.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, do you have to advertise a lot, or are you do a lot of more word of mouth, or how does that work for you?
I advertise a lot on my Facebook page, um, and word of mouth. I do have my cards with me when I'm going into the stores. I'm stopping. Hey, how are you today? I have a business. You could check me out on social media here. You could give me a call. And a lot of people contact me to book through phone calls. That's how I accept all of my appointments right now. I have been working on the booking site, but everything's almost about word of mouth.
That's awesome. That is so powerful. That is so powerful. So what is your vision for the shop? I mean, what do you see it going forward? Are you gonna do like more shops, or have a string of them, or what does that look like for you?
My vision is I would love to move locations someday. Not to have multiple locations because I would rather it just be me solo. Um, and yes,
Are you the only one in the shop?
yes, in my person, yes, there are different people inside of the shop, but for Sneak Styles, yes, it's just me.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you
Yes,
you in like one of those salons
yes, ma'am.
that have the different rooms and stuff for people?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
yeah. Those are neat. I really like those. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. A lot of solo owners there, and yeah,
Okay. So
but yes,
you don't want to interest open it up and have, other people and all that stuff. You just want it to be a personal experience with you.
yes, ma'am. I do.
Yeah. I love that. That is so awesome because the reason why I asked that is because so much when you look on especially social media, so many people are talking about scaling and all this stuff. And
Right,
so, and I'm kind of like you, I don't really have a desire to scale like that. I like the personal touch.
right.
I want
Yes,
to, yeah, yeah. So that's like, to me, that's powerful when I hear, especially from young people saying that, because a lot of young people are like, oh yeah, let's scale so I can, have 50 businesses over here and, 5,000 people underneath me and all this other kind of stuff. But just when you say that you want to just maintain the personal touch, that's
right.
priceless. Yeah,
It's deep, and I
yeah.
love that personal touch. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Your clients are probably they're to me, I think they're blessed because I'm like, just
Thank
to
you.
have you personally working on them. And what type of training do you do, like, going forward? Like, do you have to do like training classes, or is that just when you want to learn something new?
Yes, when I want to learn something new, I will browse to find the best to take. Like right now, I'm getting into coloring. I color myself, but I want to learn different tricks, from other people. So I've been looking for someone who's very, very good at what they do, so I can go up underneath them and learn how they do what they do to bring it to Sneak Styles.
That's
So
good.
for the most part, I am self-taught. I've taught myself everything, YouTube University, TikTok University. So yeah.
So you didn't even go to school?
No, ma'am. I am
Oh,
natural hairstylist. Yes, ma'am.
that is so awesome. Okay. And you can do that just no problem without, you don't have to have license and all that kind of stuff.
No, ma'am.
Okay. For natural hair. Okay. Awesome. That is so powerful. That is so powerful. So to me, that means you really had a gift, and not only a gift, but a desire. Because I
Right.
mean, most people are like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to this beauty school and or I think there are braid universities now that people are doing, but just the fact that you took the initiative to just learn on your own and go on YouTube and, because everybody learns on
Right.
YouTube University.
With the weave installations, everything's quite self efficient. I was able to teach myself those things, not with with going to school learning to bleach natural hair and relax natural hair. I'm not having, to do any of those things for the services that I offer. So
That's awesome. That is so awesome. That really is. So when you look, so the walk me through like a client experience that you do. So do you have like one client at a time, or how does that work?
yes, ma'am. Most times it's one client at a time. I am appointment based, but if I have walk-ins, I may, work with two people at a time. But yes, I'm appointment based. So my clients come in. We kind of do a mini consultation before we start so I can get to understand if it's a new client, definitely understand their hair texture, see if they need to be washed because a lot of times some people come wash because they don't want to wait, or everyone has their reasons, or they like their hair washed only by them or a certain way. But I have my clients that want to be washed as well, so that's part of that consultation. Knowing what style, what look we're going for before the end of the service, and we go from there. So once I know all of that, I start my process on my end, which usually starts with a braid down, um, to install the weave over. And when we get that done, I do my thing, we're done. They look in the mirror, they're like, wow.
They don't even recognize themselves, right?
Yes, and that's my favorite part is seeing my client's reaction at the end. And I work with a lot of damaged units, damaged weave that I revive and bring back to life. And it's always amazing to see the transition, and I feel good that I could help them transition something they thought needed to be thrown away as well.
That is so powerful.
Yes, ma'am.
That is so powerful because you do that work with hair and I do that work inside. That's just like, oh my God, we could do good things together.
Yes.
That is powerful because that to me is what I love to see. Just the looks on their faces, when I finish with them. Even,
Right.
yeah, that is like so powerful. And I think it's like a drug, because
Yes.
you can't get enough of it.
Right. That's the main goal is the satisfaction. So
Yeah, it's like, wow, okay. So when they get up, or you give them the mirror and they look at it and they're like,
yes. And my clients know at the end of the service, we're taking photos. If you please not to, that's fine with me. But as soon as I'm finished, they're like, okay, let me put my lip gloss on. Let me put my jewelry on. Let's get ready for the photos. I'm ready. Yes. Yes.
that is so good. Tell me about one of the cases that you did that you weren't sure of. Say, like, if somebody came to you and you were like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but I'm gonna work some magic, that kind of thing.
Right, right. I offer sew-ins where you
Yeah,
braid the hair down and you add the tracks in using the thread.
I
One
used to get
client of
those.
mine,
I used to get
yes.
those for years.
Uh, one client of mine wanted a sew-in, but she was very thin around the edges.
Hmm.
So I told her, we can do a sew-in at the back, but at the front, you're not getting a sew-in. Because she had very full hair, thick, beautiful hair at the back. But
Hmm.
the size, the front area was thin. So I recommended her either do half quick weave, half sew-in, or close some type of lace at the front a closure or a frontal, and she went with the half quick weave, half sew in. And that's what we did. So my foundation process was a bit different from a full sew in. It was literally half quick weave and half sew in, but it came out wonderful and she loved it. And it
Oh,
lasted
so
her a
beautiful.
while. She updated me and everything. It lasted her about 3 weeks. The quick weave is what was ready to come up. She said it was getting itchy underneath, the glue.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think I've ever had a quick weave. I've always had sew-ins.
Wow.
Yeah. I've always had it because I always have all this hair and unless I don't, but I've always had it. So usually the girl always used to sew it in. So I would be
Right.
like, okay, all right, because she recommended that, and and I'm like, if I come and sit in your chair, I'm gonna ask you what you recommend.
Right.
you know. So I know a lot of people come with, oh, I want this, or I gotta have that, and sometimes it's not what they need.
Nice. Right. Right. Because like you said, she recommended you the sew-ins because you had the natural full hair. Some people don't need sew-ins because their hair is thin and fragile and it's breaking off. So a quick weave is a better option.
Right.
So it really does depend on the hair.
So have you had people come through that wanted, say, like, because you make wigs too, right?
I do not customize the wigs, no ma'am.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that. But they come in and they want to get, say, like a weave or whatever, but they really can't do it. You know what I mean? So like you
Right.
recommend other things like to work with their natural hair, or how does that part work?
Yes, ma'am. I um like the example we're using now, I had a client who wanted a closure wig. She purchased a closure wig and she brought it to me, and I had to refuse to install the closure because it did not fit her head properly.
Okay.
So I recommended her to replace the closure that was on that wig to a larger closure, and then we could install it. So she did just that, and it worked that way.
That is so awesome. I love that.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, because that's what we need, out here,
Right.
with our hair. Because our
I
hair is
see.
particular. I actually just colored this hair a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I just said need to change because I've been wearing braids for like a year.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was letting my hair breathe and live, but I,
right.
but I need color because I'm a fairy type of girl. So I need colors.
Live life in colors. I love it.
I do because I took out the last braids I think I had was like smoky lilac and blue and blonde and
Mhm.
but so what I was gonna ask you. So as you move forward with your business,
Yes,
how do
ma'am.
you see, your life um transforming? Because I don't know, it's you got some powerful things happening with you.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
with you, you don't only just do hair, but you help people.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's like, you know, I don't know how you integrate those gifts in, but most hairdressers do if they are,
Right.
but I can see that in you.
So the transition will come in many forms, I would say.
Mhm.
Me doing hair is the foundation of everything else that I wish to do. I am a card game creator as well, multi-card game creator. So I want to transition gaming and fun into doing hair. So sooner or later, I'll have this setup where, okay, you come to Sneak Styles gaming night and win, these discounts, win these hair prizes, win wigs and things like that. That's just one of them. And then I also like hair is helping people, I also do have a desire with helping people who may be in need, especially the youth, the younger people. So whatever I can do from hair to tie those things into it, that's going to be the growth point for me.
Okay, that sounds so good. You ever thought about doing like, or you might already do this, but helping people that have like cancer and stuff like that with their hair needs?
I have thought about that. I have not, I've done the research, but I have not yet found where to exactly start because I want to be very precise about when I do that I take the right steps and I'm doing the right things. But I have thought about that
Okay.
recently. Yeah, I have. It's been on my mind.
Because the thing is, I know about that type of stuff. Well, actually, what I've seen is um, people do like a nonprofit on the side for that. So that
Okay.
people, you know what I'm saying? So that they can help people that, because, a lot of people going through cancer, that stuff is so expensive. And, our
Yes.
healthcare don't really cover it. And I
Right.
actually used to know this stylist. I don't even know. I don't even know. I was just met her talking to her. But I used to know the stylist, and what she did was, her part was she would actually reach out to like the cancer society or cancer doctors or stuff like that and tell them about
Okay.
the services that she provided. And what she did was she would do like one or two a week free, just to bless them, so that they can still, feel good
Wow.
about themselves while they're going through. And so somebody actually asked her about doing a nonprofit. She said, I didn't think about that, but that's a good idea. Because you can do like a nonprofit arm of your business.
Yes.
Um, yeah, that also helps you on your taxes and all that stuff, but you can also be of help to these people, and have people
Yes.
to donate, have people to donate to you, in order to be able to be a blessing to help those ladies.
Right. That's wonderful. And that's such a great idea. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's powerful when you want to give, and I'm kind of like that too. Like I do stuff like, I do like sliding scale sessions and stuff to help people, because I know
Yeah.
people need help, and they might not have the money and all that. And so that's kind of a part of the process that I'm working through myself, because I want to do a nonprofit arm of my business so that I can,
Right.
provide support for people that may not, be able to afford a $200 session.
Right.
I'm
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
yeah. And so my wheels kind of start turning and stuff about that kind of stuff, because I know that, you know, um, when you give, you are blessed.
Right.
And
That's true.
yeah, and we need that in this world.
Especially today. Yes.
Everything that, because I don't know if people lost their minds or what is going on, but it's so crazy. And it's like, kindness is missing, and so to me, any way that we can, give kindness, any way that we can be kind. I even do stuff like go in the store. When I go in the store, I talk to the people that's working. I say, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Because
Right.
nobody might
That's
want to never ask them that.
yeah. That's why sometimes, like you said, with what you do, you sometimes do things. I do that as well with hair. Sometimes I may finish someone's hair and I'm like, hey, you have $10 off today. And it brightens their mood. You never
Yes,
know.
because you
Sometimes
know
you
what
have
people are going through.
right. Sometimes I know I have clients who come to get their hair done just so they can feel better about what they're going through. So me knowing that I could do that, it means a lot.
Yes. Oh God, I love your heart. I have to tell you
Thank
that.
you. Thank you so much.
I'm telling you, it's refreshing to see someone from your generation with the type of heart that you have, and
Yeah.
just being able to, because to me, it's like I can feel your drive.
Yes, ma'am.
You have an incredible drive, and I am grateful to be witness of it. And I
Thank you.
thank you for allowing me to be your first interview. I'm just amazed about that.
I thank you so much.
So going forward, share a little more about where you see yourself going. I mean, and you can share in whatever area you want to, in business, in your life, whatever. So share that. And then also, if you want to share like a special or anything that you want to give people, if they, mention that they saw you on this show or something like that, you can
Yes.
share that. And then also tell people how to find you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so first I'll start with the specials. If anyone comes and say they saw me from this film, I will be offering 20% off. Um the contact, I'll go there next. Phone via phone is 762-261-9659. We could text or we could talk over the phone. My Facebook page is Sunshine Yournique, which is YOURNIQUE. On my Facebook, you can find most of my visuals of my work, my hair. I have some videos there. Main thing on my page is business. My Instagram name is Sonique Styles. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that. And we can get back into the conversation now. So over time, I do see myself going to school when I know that the time is right. But I do believe I want to relocate before that. It's just a belief, maybe, maybe not.
Are you looking at relocating?
I was thinking Texas. I want to
Oh
go
my
big.
God. You got kids?
Oh no, I do not have any children. No,
Okay, because that's. I'm just gonna say, I don't want to offend my Texas people, but I'm
right,
just gonna say you have to always think about your infrastructure of the states. But you live in a state just like Texas, so I mean, you think about
right.
how they take care of their young people, their children, how they take care of their old people, how they take care of their roads.
Wow,
These
that yeah, that's one part. But I was thinking Columbia, South Carolina, as
Oh, I
well.
lived there for 16 years.
In Columbia,
Yep.
I've been there twice, but I like it. The two times I visited, I liked it. It kind of felt like it could be home. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so relocating is on the list. Maybe in about a year and a half or so.
Okay, so you talking about quick.
Quick, yes, while I'm young, yeah.
I
So I
got
can get
you. I feel that. I feel that. I mean, but don't limit yourself, is what I say.
right.
Don't limit yourself. If you want to, look around and see, what things look like for you. And, and then the other part is too, you know people in those areas.
Yes, I have a friend, family line up there.
I,
Not many people, but a few people.
well, that's all you need.
Right.
Because your type of business, that's the reason why I asked that. Because, it's
Right.
like you kind of want to know people.
Right. Because that's the thing. I want to be able to take Sneak Styles somewhere else and, be able to grow there and pretty much be recognized. So, of course, I will need to know some people and meet some people as well.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's powerful. I love that too. And I have to commend you because we talk to a lot of young people, my husband and I, because for some reason they like us and so we like to share knowledge and wisdom, because we were young at one time, but we're not anymore. But we talk to a lot of young people and they're afraid to move, like to leave their home.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but my mama's here and my everybody's here and I don't want to
She's
leave. And
going with me. Mom is going with me.
oh, your
she
mama's
has
going with you.
she has to.
See, and that's what a lot of people are afraid. They're like, oh, I don't want to do that and da da da. And so we just look at them. We're like, okay, well then don't complain about where you are.
Right.
But that was the next step. It's like, okay, they start, they're complaining about where they are, and it's like, well, you complain about where you are, but you don't want to move. I mean, what is that? How does that make sense?
Yeah. So
Yeah. But that's amazing to me.
relocating, going to school, and then also eventually helping others learn what I do now.
So what you gonna go to school for?
So I want to go to school for business. And then also, depending on after business, I may or may not further with cosmetology. It's necessary, it's useful, and once you have that, no one can take it from you. That's one thing I know about that. So, but first is business
I
because
was gonna say that's with everything. Once you have
yes,
the knowledge,
right, no one
nobody
can
can
take
take
it
it
from
from
you.
you.
Right. But that's just how I kind of look at school because when you go to school, you got to sacrifice your time and all
Yeah.
of that. So I try to
Well,
look at it
these
as
days now you can do a lot online too.
right. But
That's the
I'm more
blessed part.
so a hands on in person learner, honestly.
Mm.
I am. So, yeah. But yeah, those are three things that I see happening for me in my business. Transitioning school, relocating, and allowing myself to teach others what I
Mm.
know now.
That is so powerful. I am so proud of you, and I'm so grateful that you came on the show today. And I'm
Yes,
so I'm so glad I was able to wake up.
ma'am.
I'm on the
Oh,
West Coast. It's early for me.
oh my God.
Yeah, the name of the show is Straight Out of Savannah because that's where I'm from. But I live outside of Seattle.
Okay.
That's why I said I know all about relocating.
Right.
But yeah, so anyway, this has been an amazing show. I have enjoyed
Okay.
this time, and I feel like this is going to be an amazing journey for you.
Yes. Thank you.
I feel like it's going to unfold just magically for you. That's the way I feel. So whatever you desire and whatever you want, that's what you just do.
Right.
Just
Thank
ask God, source, universe, whatever you believe, ask them to show you,
you.
and
Right.
you give you practical steps that you can
Right.
take to pursue whatever it is that you desire, move, the business, whatever. So I'm super excited about that for you.
Thank you so much. I
Yes.
really appreciate that and those nice, kind words, which are needed. Thank you.
Absolutely, because we all need encouragement,
Yes.
especially, when you're out there, you're doing the thing, you know what I mean? Because I'm just like I feel so privileged to
Mm,
be on this side just watching you go.
thank
Yeah,
you.
you are
It means
welcome.
a lot.
You are.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to close up now. Thank you so much for joining us on Straight Out of Savannah. Me and my guest, Jaquila Peabody. She has been just a source of inspiration. If you are in the Columbus, Georgia area right now and you want to get your hair done, make sure you go and check her out. We're going to have
Yes.
all her information in the show notes so you can see how to connect with her. This video will be on YouTube and the audio will be on all the podcast platforms. So it's on Spotify, it will be on Amazon Music, on iHeartRadio, on Apple and Google and Radio Now and Listen Breaker and all these other places that I don't know. And so you can find anywhere you listen to your podcast, it will be on it. So I'm super grateful just to be having this beautiful young lady on the show. And if you would like to come on and share your story, if you are changing the planet, make sure that you reach out and connect to me wherever you can find me. And you can Google me, you can find me everywhere. So again, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
on Straight Out of
you.
Savannah. Thank you,
Thank you, Miss
Tequila,
Sammy.
for
Thank you,
coming.
everyone. You all have a wonderful day.
Yes, and y'all
Thank
make
you.
sure that you love on yourself
Yes, ma'am.
because you know why? Because love is the principal thing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Hi, this is Tammi. What if you could live your life without being in burnout, without feeling stuck, without feeling extreme irrational fear, without living with autoimmune conditions, without living unfulfilled, without living in fight or flight, without being able to always be on edge, without living in freeze? What if that was possible for you? And one of the things that I do in my healing sessions is I help you to shift from these things into the next great version of yourself. So if this is somewhere that you've been living, then I would advise you to give me a call. Reach out to me. Send me a message. I'm Tammi Morrison all over all social media. My YouTube channel is Tammi Morrison. My business page on Facebook is Unleashing Your True Self. On LinkedIn, I'm Tammi Morrison and Unleashing Your True Self. You can reach out to me via email at Tammi, Tammi, unleashingyourtrueself@outlook.com. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.
I know you've been blown away with the amazing value here today. Now go out and inspire the planet. And be sure to send us a message when you're ready to come talk about it on Straight Outta Savannah, Talking with Tammi.